So I had my first close, very close call last night. And as I've been talking about, I've been feeling under the weather, sickness, and with that, just the lack of energy, the lack of motivation. Haven't been really running any miles, haven't been doing any strength training. And with that, just the energy to do stuff hasn't been there. And it was rough. And with that, I was more just watching more Netflix, laying in bed more with my phone. And with that, all of a sudden, past addictions started rearing their ugly heads, and I got close to playing with fire, to looking stuff up. It was just, and I hate it because I do not trust myself in this journey. That's why I have to be hyper focused, hyper aware each and every day, because my mind, it self sabotaged me in the past plenty of times, and it's ruined momentum streaks with good habits. It's always pulled me back in, and I've been playing with fire a bit too much, right? Messaging women, seeing triggering materials, that it's like a relapse waiting to happen. And I got close last night, and that's scary because I don't ever want to get that close to relapsing, or just not even I don't want to get that close to just going against my word. I want to dial in and focus, and I can't do that if I still have these like half-ass stuff I'm doing. I need to sacrifice. I need to burn the boats. I need to burn the bridges. I mean, now that we're finished with the show, I can go all in with reading. I need to, like, the plan is to have a morning routine, to start waking up early. That's where it starts, cuz snoozing just does something with my mind where if I start the day off snoozing, hitting the snooze button, it kind of escalates throughout the day of just putting stuff off, procrastinating. Sometimes I'll run, sometimes I won't run. It's been so not consistent, not consistent. So, um, stuff I need to give up is everything. I gotta give up messaging women, texting women. I gotta give up, gotta delete all the apps on my phone. I gotta give up Netflix. I gotta give up YouTube. I mean, watching YouTube videos. I gotta give up just, what else do I waste time on? My phone. I waste time a lot on my phone. Just watching YouTube videos, or just messaging people, or just wasting. I'm not even on social media. Like, I deactivated that and still I'm wasting time. That's something I need to look at. So more time spent being productive. Like I said, waking up early, drinking a gallon of water a day, non-negotiables. That's why it's called a non-negotiable. And I've been watching. Well, I watched one video of this guy that was celibate for a year, and I've wanted that. Like, I've seen, like, where could I end up if I don't release that life force within me? And yes, it's an up and down journey, and it requires so much more than just being celibate. But celibacy is an important tool, and that's why I always talk about it on this channel. But yeah, the urges they grow. I've noticed the urges grow when I'm playing more with fire. The urges are not there when I'm being productive. The urges aren't there when I'm not thinking of women. When I'm not thinking of. I just got to get rid. I got to get rid of just women entirely. And yes, part of life we need that feminine energy around us in order to be a complete person. But I think as men, we really need to figure ourselves out. Like, who are we? I've said this countless times before. So, who are we without that that focus on women all the time? That biological purpose that always wants to procreate, that always wants to spread our genes. That's why NoFap and semen retention and celibacy are three totally separate things. NoFap, quitting porn, hugely important. It messes with our minds. It sexualizes women, all that. Take a step further, semen retention, holding in that vital life force. And some people practice it while being in a relationship, while having sex. Now that's a lot of self-control. Celibacy, on the other hand, is really like focusing on. I was watching this video, really focusing on just who you are without thinking of sex so much and lust. And then this guy was talking about he was celibate for a year and how being around women actually helped him because he was able to figure out who he was hanging around women without the need to flirt, without the need to like get in bed with them, like just talk to them as human beings without an ulterior motive of flirting, hooking up, having sex, all that. So for me, I need that sexual energy. Like I've got so many big goals, right? Huge goals. And it's gonna require a lot of sacrifice. Which I'm not. I'm still seeking comfort. I'm still being lazy. I'm still procrastinating. Yes, I have my good days. It's not. I need streaks. I'm good with streaks. I was the best in my running when I had a streak last year of 256 days straight of at least 7 miles a day with a bunch of ultras, 100-mile weeks. I felt the best running wise then. And then I feel the best when I have a streak of push-ups and strength training. I feel the strongest. My weight starts climbing up there. And it's like, it all connects. NoFap streak, semen retention streak, reading streak, everything. And I want to get back up there because I've been in a rut. And yes, life has its cycles. We get in ruts, we get out of ruts. We have a cycle of where we're doing really well, and then life throws this challenge and we get out of it, or sometimes we stay in it. But yeah, what I'm learning is for the remainder of the year, the people I am talking to playing with fire, and the triggering materials I see every now and then that pop up, it's like a relapse is inevitable. And I've been on this journey for so long that I just want to hit a year. Okay, I don't just want to hit a year of NoFap because that will be a failure in of itself. But if I can hit a year of I want to see if I can hit a year of consistency in everything. Consistency of everyday meditation. Consistency of everyday breathwork. Consistency of everyday strength training. Everyday just doing something. I was also looking up my yoga studio I used to go to years ago. They have this $30 promotion thing, which I might check out. It might go tomorrow, actually. I don't know. Now that I think about it, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know. It's just eating away at me sometimes. Of like, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm self-sabotaging myself. I'm allowing myself to get triggered because of the actions I'm taking or not taking. And I gotta sacrifice stuff if I really want to be who I say I am. So I'm gotten into too much of a habit of comfort. It's hard to get out of it because once you're in it, starting is probably the hardest part. But once you get momentum, it gets so much easier for me. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I don't know, I just don't have the energy to do things. Well, it makes sense because I've had a bit of a cold past few days, but it's just like, I want to completely change my whole life, a complete 180. I want to be a dialed in person. I want to be a person that sets insurmountable goals and achieves them. Like impossible goals. Goals that people, like unsafe goals. I mean, unsafe goals to the point where like few people ever succeed in. And that's where I like going towards. I like going towards the things that there's not a high chance of success in. So that's my update for today. Just been watching a lot today and resting, I guess. Last night was rough. I was so many close calls. And yeah, so we'll see. That's the name of the game. I'm learning. I'm learning the cycles I go through. Anyways, thanks for watching. Yeah. Another day, another opportunity more. Like every day is an opportunity to make different choices, different decisions. But we're creatures of habit, right? We end up doing the same thing at the same time. It's like, it's hard to break that sometimes. It's hard to get out of that cycle. But I need to. We need to. So, peace.